these wonderful life stories with you. With only you. Okay, listen to this. Friend of mine works with me. Good person, good guy. He brought me a can of this. Try this, you guys. It's so good. My friend gave me this. She's cleaning her house. She acts like she's cleaning a mansion always. She's got a 2-bedroom, like I had, like a condo. Don't take all day to clean. I don't know. Whatever. She must go slow or something. But anyway, she's the only person there and a dog. It ain't that dirty. Black cherry, right? She got this months ago. This is really the bubbles on my nose. Verner's, very, very good. If my mom was alive, I was just telling them, my mom would say, Larry, we gotta go get some of that Verner's black cherry at the store right now. My dad would be getting in the car, doon, 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 doon. My mom couldn't drive. She was scared. I wanted her to drive so bad for her to have that independence, and she was scared. She would have been a badass driver. She's on the other side with God, driving her ass off right now, because I know she'd be good. I never told you guys this shit. I used to load up my friend's uncle that used to live, it was her real uncle. He lived next door to them. It was her uncle and her grandfather lived next door. And you know what? His name was Uncle Mike. Everybody they called him Zyke for short. And I always called him Uncle Mike. He was like my uncle. And I was with him for years. I loved him. He was a good guy, and my mom and dad loved him. He went everywhere with us. Well, my dad was teaching me how to drive a car because they couldn't teach me worth of shit in school or whatever. And my dad paid like $1,000, and all I could do was go straight. I couldn't turn, right? He used to take me before he'd go to work, like a couple times a week. And he worked at GM Tech Center. He'd go in there all cleaned up, and he'd change in the paint clothes, but he went all cleaned up, nice looking every day. And I remember going with him and my mom and Uncle Mike. They had to all go. They were in the back seat. I remember seeing Uncle Mike's face in the mirror. My dad was here, and my mom was on the other side like that, right? And I got my hands squeezing them so hard on the steering wheel. I just couldn't understand and get in my head how you turn a wheel and let it go. And finally my dad said something like, when you turn it, let it slip back in your hand and it'll go back to what I just thought I was never going to be able to get the car straight again. But I remember one time going straight at another car, and I seen Uncle Mike's face in the frickin' rearview mirror. He got all sweaty, and we used to make fun of him. He would chew gum like this. And I think my husband called him Sprinkler Head. Because that's how he would go. Chewing gum. Like that, just like that. And it was funnier than shit. But by the time we all got out of the car, we were all hot, sweaty messes because they thought they were going to lose their life. My mom and Uncle Mike were all sweaty and all beat up. My dad was all pissed off, and my hands hurt me. They were all sweaty. But after a couple times like that, I got really good. I'm a freaking badass driver now. I don't drive like these crazy ass women. I can drive. I'm a very, very good driver. Like where I live, these stupid women on the street, when you're in a dumb women, I'm sorry, I gotta say this, when you are in a driveway and you have somebody real close to you behind you, how do you get out of that situation? They're parked like this, real close on their side of the street real close. You just turn your wheel. When you're going out of your driveway, you turn your wheel. I got the Arabic people across the street. These women, they just keep coming straight back, and they almost hit us all the time. They hit me before. I hit their stuff earlier this year, and I paid for it. I bought them a new door for $400, and they screwed up the whole car. They're so dumb. But because I was talking on the phone, I wasn't paying attention what I'm doing. But I know how to back up. I'm not stupid. Like the other lady across the street, she just moved in. She's causing trouble. She's another troublemaker. My husband does big trucks and shit for a living. It's parked in front of our house. Why don't you learn how to drive your car? She doesn't know how to drive her car. And I told her, bear with us. She just moved in, the dumb bitch, and her lurch-looking husband. I was so nice. I was the first one to say, hi, welcome to the neighborhood. You need anything, come talk to us. And she calls the police on us. What kind of person is that? I think I'm going to write her a note, and instead of getting back and calling the police on him, say, look, you know what? I've been nothing but nice to you, and then you got to act like that? I was told by a member of the police department it was you who called. You think we don't got connections? We've lived here. My mother-in-law was the original owner. She's lived there for 70 years. You know? Oh, my neck. Anyways, so yeah, I think I'm going to write them a note and just kind of go off in a nice way and say, you know what, I told you we were going to move all this stuff. Going to the mayor and any of that shit ain't going to work. We know everybody in the police department. It's all going to be gone. Just bear with us. But learn how to drive. When you back out of your driveway, all you do is turn your wheel. You think we don't have the same problem when we back out of our driveway with the Arabic people's cars across the street? They're real close on the street, but you turn your wheel. You cut your wheel. That's how you back in and out of a driveway. It isn't rocket science, lady. She's real stupid. So I'm going to bust on her. I think instead of getting back and being an asshole, I'm going to write them a letter and put her in her place and let her know that I know what's going on. Because I already told her, like, who does that? And I'm going to write a letter, who does that to somebody? We were the only people to welcome you in the neighborhood, and I told you we were going to move stuff. Stuff got delayed a little bit because there was a problem with the building and they were working on it, but it's all going to go. Can't you be a decent human being instead of thinking that I don't know that you called on us? I'm not stupid, okay? And that's what I'm going to say. I'm putting it out there. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of people and their ignorantness. I really am. Because I'm a good person. I will give and do anything for anybody. And it's cool this guy brought me this pop because I give him stuff every day. Food, treats, stuff to feed the birds and stuff like that. You just don't even know how much I give him. Buy him pop every day, candy. But I like to do that because people deserve to be treated good. People deserve... Hold on. It really is good. It really is good. It's off the chain good. I'm going to get some at Kroger. They probably only have cans, but I'm going to get me a 12-pack of that. That's some good shit. People deserve to be treated good. And I just like to get that back once in a damn while. And I can't seem to. I got a little black girl telling me to F off and calling me bitch. And, it's just like, are you kidding me? I treat everybody seriously as good as what you're seeing on here. I bend over backwards. I got a mouth. Like my husband always says, she'll be giving you the shirt off her back with one hand and beating your ass and calling you all kinds of names with another. Because I just can't understand and I can't comprehend sometimes how people are just no good and nasty. Especially when I try to go out of my way. And like I said with those people across the street, I am going to write a letter here in a little bit. And I'm going to go over it with my husband and see what he says. Because I want them to know that you're not pulling no wool over my eyes. I'm not stupid as you look. Meaning them. And like I said, we were the only ones that welcomed them in. Nobody else gives a shit around there. We try to be nice and decent to everybody. And that's just the way to be. Like, we were friends with the Reverend down the street. He's a great man. We love him to death. He's an awesome dude. But anyways, yeah. So when I took my mom and Uncle Mike everywhere my whole life. When I first learned to drive, my dad bought me my first car was a Malibu Classic. 1976 Malibu Classic. It was clean inside. It was like $3,000. We seen it on Van Dyke, and it was like sky blue, had no really miles on it, and they bought it. And my mom was so desperate to get out of the house because she couldn't drive. She would lie to my dad. When my dad go to work, her and Uncle Mike made me get in the damn car and drive them around the damn neighborhood, back and forth, circles and circles around the block, round the block. But that feels good when you never can go nowhere. That was awesome for them. And then we ventured out farther, Kmart, and then our big famous, I wish I could go back to this day and be with them and do it. Hudson's was our hangout. I didn't ever have much money. My Maya money, Uncle Mike, they would buy me our lunch and dinner there. We'd go upstairs at Hudson's and eat. And my favorite thing was their meatloaf. It had pine nuts in it. It was so good. And then all their dinners came with like either a roll or a muffin or super salad. And so a lot of times I got salad with blue cheese, and then I would get a muffin. But I always thought of my dad, because you could get extra ones for free. My favorite muffin that Hudson's made, and I can still taste it in my mouth, was an orange blossom muffin. They had the best cooks, and their stuff was good. Good food off the chain. Uncle Mike's favorite thing to eat was a Maurice salad. He loved it. He loved it. And he bought all the special little beautiful ornaments for his Christmas tree at Hudson's, and it made his heart happy. And he had these beautiful bird ornaments. I don't know who got all them. His stupid sisters and all them. And I was with him as like, on his deathbed, I found out he was calling for me. He thought his nieces, he didn't know who they were. It was me he was calling. Lisa. And I didn't go see him when he was dying. And I really didn't see my mother-in-law too much, only that one other day. And I should have been there when she's passing. But I cannot look at somebody dying in front of me like that. And that hurts my heart. But I did see her. She did get to see me that one day when they brought her back and they gave her some medicine. Oh, poor Patty. And it's just a shame. Like, if they would have gave her more medicine, she would have been all right for a little bit, but then it would have eventually overtook her. And that just made me sad. But yeah, Uncle Mike, he was calling me when he died. Chuck's mom's calling me. That just hurts my... But I love those people. I spent a majority of my time. And Uncle Mike told me when his dad passed away, the rocking chair would go in the family room. I believe that stuff. He told me when my mother passed before him from a simple hysterectomy operation. That's why I don't believe in doctors that much and stuff. I don't like getting tests. And I told my doctor, leave me the fuck alone. I'm not going to get shit done. Leave me alone. I seen my dad go through everything just to live longer. It was fucking ridiculous how many tests and everything. I would never let my dad go. I made my dad get everything done because he was my security. He was my security blanket. I never wanted to let my father go. My dad told my cousin Debbie, when I wasn't around, I wish she would let me go. And I didn't know that. I kept hold on to my dad with the death grip. I mean, I was not letting him go. And then when they said, finally a doctor, he's got 6 weeks to 6 months, it was like somebody killed me that day. It was like everything was taken out of my body. I had to go lay down on the couch the rest of the night. I couldn't think. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do nothing. It was like my life was taken from me. And I knew I had to let my dad go with my mother because exactly 3 months before that, my ma sat on the edge of my dad's bed. He told me in June, right around their anniversary time, Larry, it won't be long, you'll be with me. He said she was so beautiful, like she was when she was young. Her bright red lipstick, bright red hair. And that's another thing. I gotta get better pictures. I'm going in that fucking garage. I can't get to nothing. I can't get to anything because that race car all sideways. There's beautiful pictures in this blue touch in there that I gotta get a hold of to show you guys. My parents were fucking movie stars, okay? Not just kidding, not just laughing. They were so beautiful, it was ridiculous, okay? They were beautiful, beautiful. I had bright red hair dyed, bright red lips, skinny, beautiful. Beautiful. My dad looked like between James Gardner, couldn't remember the guy's name, and Burt Reynolds. That's what my dad looked like. My dad was cool as shit. He was beautiful too. Built up, beautiful. Beautiful people. Anyways. It's weird how things take you back to certain points in your life and how when you get older, you cherish them. You really cherish them. They don't seem like that much when you're little or younger, but when you get older, no amount of money you can put on that. No amount of money can you just cherish that. Everybody has things to remember like that, like rock stars. Let's say I'm Nikki Sixx or Paul Stanley from Kiss. Those are my two my most favorites. Now those two, could you imagine all the places they've been and things? There's things that stick in their mind when they were young that they're never going to forget their whole life because they got to see and do things that we will never get to see and do, and that it'll mean something to them their whole life. You know, just imagine going to certain countries, doing certain things, eating certain food, seeing certain people. Beautiful memories, you know, but we all have that. It don't matter how rich or how poor you are, we all have that. That's a gift from God. That's a gift from God. Don't ever not think that it isn't, because it is. And anyways, too, another thing I wanted to tell you guys. I called up, I was doing a video, and then I shut it off, and I called Value Fresh. Them sons of bitches, there was zero sugar root beer, about 15 packs and back. So I'm going to go buy 3 6-packs or 4, whatever. I'm going to go buy, that'd be 9, 10, I might buy 4 of them tomorrow and just put it away, so then he has it for a while. He has it and he shuts up. And I might go get a couple more jars of that when you go in the door, of that au jus beef gravy, because I got like a round steak and that would be really good with that. Let it simmer in the frying pan or the crock pot till it gets so soft it falls apart. Put that over mashed potatoes with mushrooms. That'll be really good. I need to get 2 more jars of that gravy and do that. That could be dinner one day. I could do that tomorrow. Put that in a crock pot while I'm at work all day. That's an idea. That's a great idea. We can eat that then. Yeah. And I hate to have the oven. I want some sweet potatoes. Buy like 2 big sweet potatoes there and have them in tin foil. Put them in the oven and get off my window, bug. And do that. I got on a sweet potato kick with Chuck's ma. Regular just sweet potatoes. Put in there's a mourning dove. Do you know that they mate for life? Here's one by itself. Once their partner dies, they don't ever find somebody else. As far as I know, and this one's by itself. It's going to get a little water, and I don't want it to get scared, because water is scarce, but there's like a puddle right here. I think it's going to where, and they go like that with their heads. Hi, baby. Yeah, it's going to where the water's bigger. It's drinking. It's scared. Please drink water. Is that more mourning doves? Yep. There's a whole batch of them he sees flying over him. Whole bunch of them. Ah, they're such a sweet bird. I love them. They're a God's sweet bird. They're just gentle and sweet. I love them. Mourning doves, they call them. They're beautiful. They're just a sweet, kind bird. Life, yeah. My mom used to pull that slick one and didn't tell my dad. She had me going around the block, and then we'd venture out. We're going to Kmart's, and then we're going to Hudson's, and we're buying dinners. But then by that point, my dad knew, and I got my license and all that jazz and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be bringing him, because I wanted him to share an experience. I'd bring him half of my food home, and then I'd bring him a muffin. Like if I got an orange blossom muffin, they'd give you another one for free, like a couple of them. And I'd bring him one home, and my dad, I always remember, I got in my head, my dad would be eating. My dad always seemed to work till 2 a.m. He worked 2 hours overtime all the time, because he really was supposed to work till midnight. And he always worked till like 1:45 or 2 something. And he'd be home, and then he'd eat his little food, smoke his cigarettes. And we'd hear him, when he was weller and younger, his appetite was so good. Even to the day he passed away, the day before my dad could eat. What a wonderful, good person my father was. He was such a good man. He loved smoking Pall Mall cigarettes to calm down. He loved his newspaper. His newspaper at the kitchen table gave him such peace and he loved it. Loved it. And he'd come up, but what would kill me and my ma's, we'd go to bed. My ma's bedroom's here, my bedroom's right next to hers. And he'd be in the kitchen watching TV for a couple hours, and he'd go to sleep on the couch at night, because that would wake my ma up. My ma was a light sleeper like me. And he just wouldn't eat like a little bowl of ice cream. He'd make it all neat and eat almost a whole freaking carton and leave like a little square left, and we'd be like, what? And then same with cookies. You get a whole package of cookies, he'd leave like this much left. The whole thing's gone. So then my mom used to hide shit under her bed and then bring it out, because he would eat, everything would always be gone. That's when he did I guess that's when he was the most comfortablest and the most relaxed. He did some damage on food when we went to sleep. I remember too, like closer to the end of my dad's life, and as time went on and things like that too, my neighbors next door, they were getting really old, but they used to have they had the best tomatoes. Ben and Jay next door had the best tomatoes in the world, and they didn't even plant trees no more. You know, cherry tomatoes, they call them grape tomatoes nowadays. I don't know what the difference between a grape and a cherry tomato is. They would just self-seed themselves and just be there. And they told my dad, because they had more than they knew what to do, my dad would pick some. He would eat so many handfuls of tomatoes cutting grass. And then we'd had a huge bowl of it. I'd pick them or something, or my mom, and they'd be on the counter. And we'd go to sleep, and he'd eat almost a whole bowl of tomatoes when we're asleep. And then he always put salt on his watermelon. I'm like, ooh. But yeah, he always was excessive with everything when we would go to sleep. He must have really got really laid back then and really felt free to do what he wanted, because he would just go through shit then. He was comfortable and just would eat the shit out of everything. And then he wondered why he had an acid problem, because he ate all the damn tomatoes. Who eats a whole bowl? I mean, a whole bowl of tomatoes. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, I'm thirsty. My mouth gets hot. Anyways, they don't have another Value Fresh either, you guys. Darn it. That's the only one. And I'm going to compliment tomorrow and call the manager there, Johnny or whoever, because this Jonathan guy helped me find, I got to show you guys. Where did I just put? These are so good. They are called Envision purses. That's like a little piece of seaweed at the top. These are filled with vegetables, and this is crispy right here. So good. This is 2 packages of like for $3. There's 9 in a package. This is my lunch today. These That's my lunch. And then some yogurt and some other things and pudding. And I need to eat some more of them before the night's over here. And when I called one day, beginning of the week, when my friend just got these, they're regular $6 a box for $9 in the package at Walmart. So what are they, $8 or $9 a box at Meijer? Meier's more money than everybody. The guy couldn't find him. He didn't know what I was talking about. When I called this Johnson guy back, he knew what I was talking about. When I called him about the pop today, he knew where it was. He knew exactly where it was in the back. So I'm going to give him a compliment to his boss and say, look, you can't find many people that know where shit is anymore in stores or even want to take the time to look. Because I asked 2 of your guys on the floor, didn't want to look to see if there was zero sugar root beer. I would have bought all you had. But their lazy asses didn't want to go look. Jonathan looked, told me there is, so now I'm coming back to buy all you have the next day, tomorrow. So yeah, if people by doing stuff like that make it so then you don't have as much sales. You could have had more sales, you know, because their lazy asses won't go look back there, and he looked for me. I want him to get the proper pat on the back because he takes the time with the customer. He knows what people are talking about, and he goes till he finds it. Period. That's what people want. They don't want to make a trip here for nothing and you don't have it. They want to know if you have it or not. And it isn't rocket science. This guy knows what you have on the floor. These other people don't want to even attempt to look. That's the difference between this guy and them. So yeah. That's what makes a huge difference nowadays. Nobody gives two shits to help you, to look. They don't even care. They want to get you off the phone. Screw you. This guy cares, and I want him to be recognized. I mean it. I mean it. I want to go to the damn owners and tell them what I think of him. He's that good. So there. I've been feeling like I got like a headache, like pressure the last couple of days, like it's gonna rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but just like it's a headache. It's aggravating. It's aggravating, and I can't wait to go home and lay on my ass and rest again tonight. Because I was out earlier yesterday. I couldn't even watch much TV. I was just out, knocked out. My dog gets between my legs and he won't let me move. Oh my God, it's a sideshow. But that's how he wants to lay. That's how he sleeps, and he makes him happy. So, yeah. Oh my God. But, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go back to Value Fresh to get that pop tomorrow. Maybe I'll jump on here and show you something else. The other section of the store I haven't showed you guys with the stuff that's also sale good prices that I'm going to show. I think it's spices and stuff. I'm not quite sure, and it's different things. I'm going to show you guys that tomorrow, so please come back because I haven't showed it to you yet, and you need to see. Oh, and my teapot came today. The one my husband ordered for me. I'm so happy, and I bought Celestial Seasonings. I brought Red Zinger, I think. Yeah, Red Zinger tea. And I bought Country Peach. Their tea is so good. It's just quality. So, yeah, I can't wait to plug that teapot up. I'm going to take a video and show you guys. Ooh, I just can't wait. It changes colors. I want to see how you do it. I have no idea. Pray to God it isn't broken when I get it out of the box, or I'll frickin' lose my mind. And another thing I need to get. I got wax melt warmer. I need to go to Walmart and get something smells clean, like the ocean or the sea, a smell like that. That's what I want to put in that wax warmer to make my house smell good. So I gotta go get some of that stuff. Maybe I won't be able to do all that till Tuesday when I'm off. Who knows? We'll see. But tomorrow I am going back to Value Fresh for the pop for my husband. Oh yeah, definitely. This is Lisa sharing life stories with you. I'm glad I could bring you through my scaring my mom and my uncle Mike. I mean, they were all sweaty when they got out of the car. They were just dripping wet messes. You know, I'm like, you shouldn't have came then, you know. And my hands were like this from holding the steering wheel. Like freaking, was it Uncle Buck? No. Yeah, Uncle Buck. When he held the steering wheel and it left imprint on his hand, that's how my hands were. And he goes, I've been sitting at it, got griddle marks on my ass, he told the cop. Oh my God, that movie's so funny. I love that movie. It's the best movie in the frickin' world. And he sells shower curtain rings to those young girls as earrings, and he's going, yeah. And they're thinking, wow. I love that. That was priceless. Good movie. Remember, we're in this shit together. I'm getting on 30 minutes. You sons of bitches better watch this video. You better like it. You better send it out there for more sons of bitches to watch, because we're in this shit together, okay? This is what we call life. When you can't find damn Diet Pop at the store, you got to come on here and bitch about it. Then you know where it is, because nobody will help you. Oh, no, there's no more out there. Yeah, right. Have a great day. I love you all. God bless. Come back tomorrow. Let's see what I got. Maybe come back later. Keep on checking on me, because you never know what the hell I'm going to do. Have a great day. Love you all. Bye.